And again, oh, you're alright, it's Cody back, doing another video this morning. This video is going to be on online dating, who uses these like sort of apps, these sort of dating websites, sort of people you meet on there, how popular they are, things like that. So yeah, so obviously online dating now is, I think a lot of people, I think most people that are watching this have used dating apps at some point in their life. They're becoming more and more popular. People use these sort of websites, like apps, for various like different reasons now. Like, people could find it hard to socialize with people. They might suffer anxiety. They might have mental health problems, where they don't mix very well and socialise and stuff, or people work long hours and they can't, when they're not working and stuff, they go on these sort of apps because they can't meet people normally. You get single mums, single dads that go on these sort of apps that like are looking for love. I've used them. I use them myself. I still do. Still looking for the one. But yeah, like I've had like some really strange, like I met some really crazy people online and stuff. Like I use Plenty of Fish. That's the main one that I use personally. But I see if you show me 1,000 women, I seem to find the crazy ones. Like, I don't know why. It's just like, I don't know if it's like a knack of mine, but it's something that I seem to do. Yeah, like I honest to God, like I've met different girls off these sites and stuff, and like I've met girls that have had mental health issues that they've hidden it. They've not been open and honest and said, look, I've got issues and this, that and the other, or anxieties or depression or anger problems or jealousy problems or whatever. And I've met some really strange, crazy women off these sites. I mean, one girl I met, I found in a car that she had escort application forms. So I literally, I think she was putting petrol in the car, and I found it, and I just said to her, yeah, what the fuck? And she literally like started smashing me up outside mine. I met a girl from Liverpool who, when I tried to split up with her, she didn't want to and stuff, and she turned up at mine and was beeping and saying, oh, I'm not going away until you come out. Got in the car, she starts driving towards Liverpool. The same girl, when I used to get text messages on my phone, she grabbed my phone, threw it against the wall, stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely like, you've got to be careful on these sort of like apps and stuff, because what it is, people that join these apps, right, a lot of people, and people that are on these apps can relate to this. A lot of people on there have been hurt. They've lost trust in the opposite sex or the same sex, obviously, with lesbian relationships, gay relationships and stuff. But they've been hurt, they've been scorned, or they've had hard lives, and they don't really trust people, and they've been hurt and cheated on and been in bad relationships and beat up and cheated on and all this sort of crazy stuff, man. So they join these like sites and stuff. But the thing is, when you're talking to these people on these sites and stuff, a lot of people on them, they don't have to be themselves. Like, if you're not a confident person, right, when you're online, you're online, so you can be cocky and confident and arrogant and stuff because you're online now. And that people do adopt personas on these sorts of apps and stuff. So people have to be careful, because if somebody puts on their profile that they're a nice guy and they're different to other guys, they're not looking for sex, that they don't take drugs, they're not a big drinker, and they're not violent and aggressive and all this sort of stuff, and then you meet them, you end up falling for them, and then they turn out to be violent bullies and druggies and pissheads and all these sorts of stuff. So like I say, people have to be careful who they're talking to and who, like, the meeting and stuff like that, because like I say, I've seen a lot of dating online stories where there's been a lot of like, people have been killed, people have been raped and stuff like that. So people have to be careful who they talk to, who they meet. if it doesn't feel right, sort of walk away. A lot of people there's different age groups on there. You've got like your 18, 19, 20-year-olds that are like, could be in college or university. You've got like, I'm 32, I use them. Even my mum's found love on there. Like my mum was on there. She had weirdos messaging her and stuff, like proper crazy weird shit. One guy told her he wanted to put a wine bottle inside her. My mum's not a fucking wine rat, yeah, man. So yeah, like I say, but my mum met someone. He's a nice guy, and she's happy and she's loved up and she lives with him. She actually moved out of the area to be with him, which is pretty cool. And here I am, 32, still single, still looking, still hoping, still dreaming that I'll meet that one girl. But yeah. So like I say, different horses for different courses. I mean, there is a lot of, they're so widely used. I mean, Plenty of Fish, I use Plenty of Fish, so that's why I'm like using Plenty of Fish. But you've got Plenty of Fish, Badoo, Tinder, OkCupid, like, what else? Like, there's so many apps and stuff like that these days that people use them and stuff. But like I say, people adopt personas on these websites and stuff. If they're not confident face to face, but online they can be confident and cocky and arrogant. That's what you can find. So the point is, like, where does this fake persona begin, and where does the real person? Where does the persona fit in, and the real person begins and stuff. And like I say, people get lost in who they are and who they pretend to be and stuff on these things, because no point being cocky and arrogant and like confident on like a telephone call when you speak to these people, and then you meet them in person and you're like a scared shitting dog. Do you know what I mean? It's not a good thingy, because then you've lied to the person. The person's fallen for who you perceived yourself to be, and like I say, it's very, very dangerous. Because my advice to anyone that's using these dating apps and stuff is be open, be honest, and be yourself. Because the person that you're talking to, right, might not really like this fake persona that you've made up or the way you come across. But then if you're really you, they might really like you. So my advice, and the truth comes out anyway in the end, because let's face it, women today are like Miss Marple, the detectives. They always get, women like can sniff out the truth at 1,000 paces. Like, you can lie, you can bullshit and all that sort of stuff. But the simple fact is women will find out, because women are like human lie detectors, and like I say, they're one step ahead of guys. We're thick as pig shells, guys. Most of our brains, not me, but most guys' brains are in the cock. Like I say, women, if a woman asks you a question, the chances are she already knows the answer. So don't lie, be open, be honest, be yourself. I've seen people that have met online that have been married or engaged, have got kids. There's also like a lot of people that I've not met anyone like that. I've met the crazy ones. I was with I met a girl that was an hairdresser, ended up getting with her. She used to get drunk, turn up at mine. Even after I told her I didn't want to be with her, then like she ended up going on a night out, this is while we were together, ended up going out in town, ended up in fucking Gorton at the Tesco. The security guard that was looking after her, because she was so sloshed, some big black African guy, when he finished his shift at like 6 o'clock in the morning, took him back to hers and had sex with her. So, and then she thinking she's coming back to me and stuff, thinking, what the fuck's going on here? So like I say, and then she turned up at mine drunk, and then like crashed out at mine and stuff, and I just like, oh my god. So I definitely meet the girls that have got mental health issues. I've got nothing against people with mental health issues. Like, I've struggled with depression and all that sort of stuff, but as a general rule of thumb, like, a lot of people, my honest opinion of the main crux of people on these dating websites are, they've been hurt, they're scorned, they've lost faith in people, in the sex they're attracted to. Like I say, they've got issues, they don't socialise very well, they suffer anxiety, they've got bad tempers, all these sorts of things. And and I've met these sorts of people, and you've got to be careful, people. I mean, my advice to any women that are meeting guys, meet the person in a public place, tell your friends or your family exactly where you are, because chances are you're going to be on CCTV. Yeah, just be careful, because when you speak to somebody online, their profile or how they come across on the phone, what they tell you, you have to take as gospel. You don't have to, but most people do. So like I say, you don't know who that person really, really is. They could have been in prison. It could be rapists. You don't know what their intentions are. So if you go to the bar as well with this person, like say, because a lot of people go out for drinks and stuff. So if you meet this person in a bar, what you should do is, like, if the guy buys you a drink, take the drink with you to the toilet if you need the toilet, because the chances are, like, you don't know his intentions. He could slip something in your drink, takes 2 seconds, bam, something in your drink. You feel like you space out and like don't know what's going on and stuff, like date rape, drugs and stuff like that. You can end up getting raped, so you've got to be careful. Like I say, it's happened, it goes on, and like I say, you don't know the person's real intentions when you meet them and when they start talking to you and stuff. They might look at you and think, oh, you know, she's a bit of all right. She's out of my league, so I'll drug her, I'll rape her, or whatever. You don't know. And like I say, you've only got to look online and look at the headlines to know what's gone on. Yeah, but like I say, just be honest, be yourself, be open and honest, because like I say, but this is the flip side of that. Like, be open and honest and stuff, that's all good and stuff and everything, but what you've got to look at is actually, like, when you're trying to sell yourself, right? Say you're trying to sell your car, right? And the wheel falls off and it's got a petrol leak and fucking, like, the head gasket's gonna, like, it's on its way out and stuff. When you're selling the car, you're not going to say, oh, well, the wheel falls off, there's a petrol leak, because you're trying to sell the car. So in relation to dating, you're trying to sell yourself. So if you've got mental health issues, or you've got anxieties, or you're an alcoholic, or you take drugs recreationally or whatever, or you've got a bad temper, or you're prone to violence or whatever, like, you're not going to tell the person these things. Now, this is where I'm different. I actually, on my profile, I actually, like, do put it out there and say, look, this is me. I've lived a crazy ass life. I've lived a hard life. I've lived a mad life. And I give my pitfalls, and I speak about good things, and I speak about bad things. That's an honest, like, way of, and I get a lot of compliments on it, but because I am so open and honest, people don't message me now. So I'm in a situation there where I could lie about who I am as a person. I could deceive the person and pretend I'm an angel, like everyone else on there, paint out that I'm an angel and I'm God's gift and I'm great and I'm fantastic and I'm the best guy ever and you'll never find another guy like me and all that sort of shit. And then 6 months down the line, all these bad points of mine could come out, and then the person's like, you know what, it's not for me. So honesty is, like, key. But like I say, if you're selling yourself, you're not going to say you've got anger problems, you're an alcoholic, you're a drug taker, you're prone to violence or anything like that, because simple fact is, it's going to scare the person away. And you want to pull that person close. So what you do then is you tell them all the good things, leave out all the bad things. The girl then might fall for it and like it, or fall for you. And then 6 months down the line, 8 months down the line, 12 months down the line, when there's feelings involved and stuff, you could end up smashing your house up in a rage. You could be, like, your jealousy or, like, possessiveness and everything could come out. So like I say, at the end of the day, the truth's the best policy, because in the end, the truth will come out. And like I've already told you, women are like Miss Marple, they're like detectives and stuff, and they're on the case. They know exactly what's going on. Like I said to you, women, they lay traps for us guys, and we're thick as pig shit because we dwell along, like without a worry in the world. And then a woman, just like, she's laying in wait, she asks you a question, and like I said to you, chances are she already knows the answer, and she's waiting for you to lie. And we're guys, and you'll come out with a lie, and then the woman will lose her shit and will lose her temper. So yeah, like I said, but a lot of people on these dating sites, there are a lot of normal people as well, but I've never met them. Most people on there have got trust issues, they've got anxieties, they've got mental health issues. Yeah, and like I say, but the age groups of people using these things, I mean, you've got like 18-year-olds to like 60-year-olds using these dating sites and stuff. I mean, my mum's 53 now, and he's 60, and they're all loved up. So I think people past the age of 60 probably do use these sorts of apps. But how crazy is it that this guy that my mum's with, he's 60, he's a good guy, he's a nice guy, he's got a good heart and everything. And yeah, he's just like 60-year-old. So 18. But it fucking kills me the fact of a 60-year-old man can find love, and I'm sat here at 32. Not the best looking of guys, not the ugliest of guys, just like a normal, big, rough and ready lad. And I'm still single. And I spend a lot of time on these fucking apps, unfortunately, as embarrassing as that is. No one should be embarrassed about using dating sites and stuff like that. It's just, like I say, the way of meeting like people, the old ways, like back in the day, they've got the going and stuff. Pubs are closing down regularly and stuff. And if you go on a night out, chances are like you just want sex. Like you're after a quick one night stand thing, and that's the way that them sort of go. You get like you go out, you meet a girl, you're like, okay, now you don't look at her and think, I wonder what she's like, I wonder what her personality is like. You meet these girls, and when you're out and think, fucking hell, she's a bit of alright, I'd do her, and then you end up fucking, you might end up sleeping with them and stuff. So that's how that works out. So yeah, like I say, it does go on and stuff, but like I say, these dating sites and stuff, people need to be aware of, because you don't, like I said, I want to reiterate this, you don't know who you're talking to. The person might make out that they're brilliant and everything and fantastic, and some people on there are gullible and naive, and then they could be taken for a fucking ride, literally. Now, what I want to say is, like, you've got to be like, if you're meeting someone, meet them in public place, tell your friends and family where you are. If you move from that venue, make sure you text your friends or your family to tell them where you are, because if anything happens to you, the chances are there's going to be CCTV there. So safety first, always. Yeah, love, like when you go on these dating sites and you can fall for girls and stuff like that and fall in love. I say it's a lot like boxing, like protect yourself at all time, because the simple fact is if you don't, you're going to get hurt. The problem is as well, this is a true fact, this as well, I believe this, right? Women are on these dating sites and stuff, right? If they've got big tits, they've got them out, right? Not everyone, but most girls on Plenty of Fish that have got big tits, have got them out. They're showing them like plunging like down the neck, fucking pictures like up at an angle down at the tits, right? And then what it is as well with women, they'll take 1,000 pictures like selfies and shit, but they'll only post one picture because they'll post the best pictures. Guys, we can't make ourselves pretty. You can't polish a turd. So guys are just like, or whatever, and they have these pictures taken and they put them online, and like women pick the best pictures and it'll take 1,000 to get one good one. Guys don't really give a shit, they just bang pictures out there. But the thing is as well with these with these dating apps and stuff like that is like, and I do believe this, right? See what you think, you'll have to let me know, right? Girls fall in love with what they hear and guys fall in love with what they see. Right? Now, that's why girls wear makeup and guys tell lies. Because a woman, when she gets told, oh, I'm different to all the other guys and all this stuff, you're so pretty and stuff, and women be like, just like guys, we're insecure. Like, the women love it and they're like, oh yeah, I love it, all this like confidence and compliments and stuff. And guys fall in love with what they see. They don't look and think, oh, well, I'm not really arsed what she comes out of her mouth, but fucking look at the tits on her, look at the arse on her, look how pretty she is. And then so that's the thing, guys fall in love with what they see and girls fall in love with what they hear. That's why girls wear makeup and guys tell lies. That's my honest opinion on that. But like I say, you meet some interesting people on there. I mean, some people are blessings and some people are lessons on there. The thing is as well, there's so many varied jobs that people do on there. You've got civil, like police officers, prison officers, beauticians, nannies, carers, like people that work in nurseries, beauticians, hairdressers, solicitors, all these sorts of crazy, like, mad jobs. So you meet people from different walks of life on there, but like solicitors seem to stick with like people of a higher pay bracket and stuff, and that just seems to be how it is. I mean, a lot of people on there, like, I'll tell you the good thing on there as well, like you get people with disabilities as well that are able to meet people, which I think is a really good thing. Like people in wheelchairs, people that might have Down syndrome, autism, all these sorts of things. So I think it gives people a crux to speak to people, and I think that's a really good thing, because it can make you a more social person just by being on these sites and stuff, and it can boost your confidence as well. There is somebody for everyone. I mean, like, for some reason, even though I've been a bit of a bad lad in my past and stuff, and I seem to get these goody like librarian types that message me, and I'm thinking, wow, what the fuck, like, this is crazy. But it goes on, and like I say, it's just there's someone for everyone, and we all have different like things that we find attractive. For some people it's personality, for some people it's looks, because we are quite shallow. Now, this is the thing as well, like, there are a lot of shallow people out there now. There's got to be some initial attraction, but a lot of people just look at your pictures and think, nah, he's not for me. Like, if you've got a beard, they don't like a beard, they'll just fuck it off, and it's like, yeah, like, I can shave this thing, do you know what I mean? It's not like a fucking deal breaker. But like, people look at your pictures and then they'll just ignore you. You could be the greatest person in the world, but like, they'll look at your pictures, and if you're not what they perceive to be good looking, you're gone. So, but then a lot of other people say, oh, it's personality for me and stuff. So I don't know, there's got to be some initial attraction there, so that confuses me to an extent. But overall, it's a great experience. You meet some great people. Watch out for the crazies. A lot of people on these websites as well, this is another thing I want to reiterate before I go. A lot of people on these websites, they just after sex, and they'll tell you what you want to hear, they'll get you into bed, they'll sleep with you, and then they'll get rid of you and fuck you off. That's just my honest opinion. But like I say, reiterate, guys, if you're going to meet people off these sites, please stay safe, play it safe, keep it safe. And if you're going to have sex with them, practice safe sex, because you don't know the person's sexual history and stuff. Right, on that note, guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon.